The Restlin's compressed CQB position, or what we call stance directed fire position, came off of testing from many different techniques. The ones that we saw from previous training and how we taught it previously years ago was from this no man's land, this 3 to 5 yards here. We'd often see the officer try to shove this person away, step back, hand to the chest, draw out, and present rounds into the target. This was great on paper, and this was great at the range. What we found when we started really testing it is that, one, if I'm trying to shove somebody back, somebody that has force generating towards me, a lot of times all this happens is just creates me to be in a position to create a little bit of distance. The chance of me really shoving somebody and pushing them back is very limited. And we found that out in training, no matter how heavy or how light the attacker was. The other thing is that as I'm stepping back, all of my energy and all my balance is moving back. So if the attacker is moving back into me, his energy is now stronger than mine, and we'll end up on the ground or in a whole different fight. The third element to it that we noticed is that when we originally taught it to the department, putting your hand here was just to keep the hand out of the way so that you would not cover your hand and hit your hand on the target. Then it ended up being that by putting my hand here and firing, my hand was out of the target, but he's still within arm's reach of me, and I have nothing to protect my head at all from a strike. Things change a lot when I go from a stationary target to an actual person. Again, what we found in our testing and training was, one is that officers missed at this range a lot. On the range, what we'd have is they would shove, come back here and shoot, right? Real easy target. What we found when we actually started training is that I would shove, this guy would throw a strike at me, and as they would get away from that strike, shots would go here, and we wouldn't see that many shots on target. Less than 30% of our targets actually hit. And most of the time that those hit, they actually hit extremities. And the reason being, if he's punching here, my head's away, I'm trying to draw out and shoot into this position. Like I talked about before, too, me shoving and trying to step back. All my energy's back, he hits or shoves, and now I'm on the ground and we're in a different fight. So the only thing we changed from our original is that as I'm moving, my hand comes up, covers my head, almost in a thrust elbow position. That allows my head to be covered, puts a block for this person to hit something hard, and allows me still to keep those good shots on target and keep the weapon out of the reach of the attacker. Traditionally, shove, I would step back, the hand would come here, keep it out of the range of the bullet, which made it a range technique. Again, a good range technique, but in actual training, I'd hit my bad guy, I step back, come here, and I'm taking that shot without any protection at all. The Restlin CQB position, the only thing that really changed was my hand would come up now into a thrust elbow. And you see that point of the elbow is hitting directly into my attacker. Now I could either choose not to go to my gun from this position or go to my gun to this position. It puts me in a good position to move to something else. But if I have to go to my gun off of it, boom, I hit. Gun comes up tight to the body, allows me to shoot, and then if I have to go to brace contact from a previous block, we can easily make that transition. We usually use that 3 to 5 yards in here. 3 to 5 yards simply would be this. Just coming in, almost thrust elbow position, draw. Draw comes up to a nice comfortable position, tight to my body, and fire. We want to fire multiple shots into the target. 3 to 5 rounds, and then immediately start moving offline, as you saw in one of the other blocks of instruction, and going shots towards the head.